12 habits that make people dislike you. In general, you just have a few seconds to encourage someone to spend more time with you. And everything matters in those few seconds, from your last name to the odor of your sweat. When it comes to first dates, job interviews, or significant meetings with your employer, making a good first impression is crucial. As a result, it's critical to understand whether some of your actions are drawing people in or completely turning them off. Too many individuals believe that being likable is a result of natural, unteachable characteristics that are reserved for a select few, the attractive, outgoing, and gifted. This is a common misunderstanding. Being likable is a matter of emotional intelligence, and it's something you can control. It's just as important to avoid behaviors that make you dislike yourself as it is to highlight ones that make people like you. To assist you, we conducted research to identify the major characteristics that prevent people from being liked. Make sure these habits don't catch you by surprise. Here are 12 things you do that instantly make people dislike you. 1. Interrogating. You've probably heard that you should keep your attention on the other person in a discussion so that they know you're interested in them and that you can maintain control of the conversation. However, it turns out that doing too much of this without your input will almost certainly backfire. It all boils down to striking the right balance. People dislike you if you don't reciprocate their opening up, with some spilling of your own, according to research published in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology. Participants in the study who had a more back-and-forth interaction loved each other a lot more than those who had one person manage the talk. 2. Sharing too many photos on Facebook. You should probably stop sharing what you ate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as how many times you walked your dog today, and photos from your honeymoon and cousin's graduation, all on the same day. Researchers from Birmingham Business School stated in a 2013 discussion paper that uploading too many images on Facebook could harm your real-life relationships. This is because, with the exception of very close friends and relatives, people don't seem to connect well with those who continually share images of themselves, said Maine study author David Houghton in a statement. Sharing on social media may be a powerful tool for self-expression, but it must be done with care and restraint. 3. Hummel bragging. We've all met people who prefer to brag about themselves while wearing a self-deprecating mask. For example, the girl who mocks herself for being a geek, when she actually wants you to notice how clever she is, or the guy who mocks himself for following a strict diet, when he really wants you to see how fit and healthy he is. While many people believe that their bravado is hidden under self-deprecation, everyone can see right through it. This makes the bragging even more aggravating because it's not simply bragging, it's also a deception attempt. 4. Early in a relationship, revealing something incredibly personal. People like each other better after they've shared their secrets. As an adult, self-disclosure is one of the most effective methods to form friends. However, according to psychologists, sharing something too personal, such as your sister's adulterous affair, while you're still getting to know someone, can make you appear insecure and reduce your likability. The idea is to find the correct balance of personalization. According to a 2013 study led by Susan Sprecher of Illinois State University, merely giving facts about your hobbies and favorite childhood memories can make you appear more warm and likable. 5. Offering a weak handshake. According to a Psychology Today article by psychologist John D. Mayer, extending a limp noodle to a perfect stranger could damage the favorable impression you're attempting to make. People could predict the personalities of undergraduates they shook hands with, according to a study conducted at the University of Alabama in 2000. The handshake raters inferred that pupils who had strong handshakes were more cheerful, extroverted, and less socially nervous. Meanwhile, according to a 2008 study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology, students who had a firmer handshake at the start of the interview were viewed as more hireable at the end. 6. Sweating. Sweating, believe it or not, is an unconsciously influential aspect of how others see you. Participants were instructed to watch videos of women in various everyday scenarios for a study conducted by the Monal Chemical Senses Center. Researchers let the participants sniff 3 types of sweat while they were watching. Sweat produced in a high-stress situation, sweat produced in a high-stress environment using antiperspirant, and sweat created while exercising. They discovered that when participants smelled perspiration produced in a high-stress atmosphere, they ranked the ladies lowest on a scale of confidence and overall likability. whereas the same situation with antiperspirant received the highest rating. 7. Name dropping. It's tempting to amaze your conversation partner by mentioning that famous author who attended your alma school, or that time you met Khloe Kardashian. However, it is possible that this strategy will backfire. According to University of Zurich experts, this is true. They published a study in 2009 that claimed that mentioning people's names makes them appear less pleasant and competent. University of Zurich students used email to communicate with partners for the project. The partner mentioned in some emails that Roger Federer was a friend of his and that the two had worked out together. Federer was only referenced as a buddy in other emails by the partner. The partner said that he or she was a Federer fan in a different batch of emails. The partner also didn't mention Federer at all in some emails. The findings revealed that the stronger the alleged relationship between the partner and Federer, the fewer people liked their partner. The researchers discovered that this was mostly due to participants' perceptions of their partners as manipulative. 8. Being too serious. People are drawn to individuals who are enthusiastic. However, because they are focused on their task, it is easy for passionate people to come across as excessively serious or uninterested. Likable people strike a balance between their commitment to their profession and their ability to have a good time. They are serious but nice at work. They continue to get things done because they are socially effective in short periods of time and take advantage of valuable social opportunities. They concentrate on having meaningful connections with their coworkers, recalling what others said to them the day before or the week before, demonstrating that they value people as much as their work. 9. Acting too nice. Being polite to people isn't a terrible thing, but acting overly nice is. You might be wondering why acting too kind turns people off. It's because acting too nice makes someone appear suspicious. Either that person has a reason for acting the way they do, or their behaviors are causing others to feel bad about themselves. When you are overly polite to someone and that person is unable to reciprocate your compassion, he may get resentful. This is why most people find acting overly kind to be a turnoff. 10. Always keep your feelings hidden. Keeping your feelings hidden from those who care about you can make people dislike you. You won't be able to adequately convey how you feel about a situation if you always cover your feelings, and people will read the incorrect signs in everything you do. People would be unable to emotionally connect with you, and they would struggle to comprehend you. People may dislike you if they observe you always hide how you feel. They may believe you aren't sincere in your intentions for them. 11. Asking too many questions. Asking questions isn't necessarily a bad thing because it demonstrates that you're paying attention to what you're being told. Nevertheless, you've made a mistake if you start asking much too many. When you ask someone too many questions, the conversation becomes a form of interrogation. In order to have a good discussion with someone, there must be a mutual exchange in which you both ask each other questions and share your experiences. So, when you're asking the questions, don't forget to include some personal information. 12. Always finding fault in people. Some people have the habit of blaming everybody except themselves. They are quick to point out others' flaws, but never take responsibility for their own acts. Finding fault in others is a quality that makes you unappealing and causes people to dislike you. Well, that's all for today from Brainy Facts. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss our next social psychology video. Thanks for watching.